I want to share a project that I've been working on. It's a startup company, I guess you would say. It's a company, it's a startup. It's an ethical music platform, though. We do music generations by leveraging copyright holders' uploaded content to generate something based on your prompt. Our goal is to essentially be a 3-stack system where it's your beats, your lyrics, and then the vocals. Currently, we just have the beats, and we're actually acquiring more producers uploads right now. And when I say acquiring, we're not actually purchasing the rights or anything. How we do it is we let producers upload their music, set their pricing, set their terms, and then users, when they visit the platform, can generate beats, and it will mix and match and do various functions to edit that beat to the degree of like how you want it. Now, there's lots of things that we would like to add to this platform, and it's a work in progress, and I'm the only developer. It's me and one other person, so it's a lot of work on top of just, you know, my journey of getting employment as well as doing my music jobs that I'm still obligated to do for financial security. So I figured it would be a good time to actually get into what we are kind of doing. Now, we actually have 2 versions of this site. We have an EDU version, which we're in the midst of getting some contracts with school districts and schools to implement it. I'll get into more about that once we've crossed that bridge. We are in the early testing stages with a school district, so I don't want to divulge too much until something is solidified. So what we will go over today, though, is the actual consumer version. So this is the version of the site that, you know, people like yourselves would come and visit and use. So I'll play some generations that we've actually had through the platform so you guys can get a vibe of what our generations sound like, and I'll go into more details about that later. That beat is more of like a synthwave 80s style. So then we have a pop one, and these are like the prompts that we use to generate it. So Ariana Grande type beat with a snappy fast hi-hat and snare rolls. So yeah, and then here's another one, R&B trap. And then a Lil Durk type beat with a riser, sweep, FX, snare roll, fast snare, snare roll, fast snares, trap snares. So a lot of snares. We have 90% revenue share. So when you upload stuff, you might have a generation with other producers and such. At the end of the day, we only take a 10% cut off of the total generation purchase. So the platform is designed for artists and consumers to ideally generate music that they will end up wanting to purchase, use, or whatnot. It's a full scope project where we will actually allow for lyric generation and vocal generation. So you can actually make a full song with an artist that you'd like. So that's our scope. Whereas like I know a lot of AI music platforms, you could get a song generated, but you can't necessarily prompt for an artist that you like. And that's due to copyright, publishing, just specific rights that those AI platforms don't have. You can't prompt an AI Drake song. You can prompt a song that's going to sound similar to an AI Drake song. It's not going to be Drake's voice. There's not a single individual platform that's letting you actually get the creations from the people that you love and support. So that's our whole goal. And then you would be able to eventually even buy these rights, so then you can actually maybe listen to the song or distribute the song, and you earn with your favorite artists and such. That's kind of like our full scope and our goal. It's fair compensation, you know, it will be passive income. And this is the project that's been taking up a lot of my time on top of looking for a full-time job. So let's go ahead and actually get started so I can show you guys the platform. So I'm logging in right now to my account. As you can see, we have tokens. Tokens are for your generations. Contribute is where you'll be able to upload your samples and files. Subscriptions, my account, very basic stuff. Nothing too fancy as of the moment. Let's do dark Travis Scott type beat with 808s. So now it's going to get ready and generate our beat. All right. So we have this generation. So it tells you the key, the mode, and the BPM. I'm just going to turn down the volume just a little bit. So you can make this a full beat or even edit the beat in the current state. So you could change the drums, remove drums. Remove the 808 there. And remove the kick. So what this is going to do is now actually remove the 808 and the kick from the section. And I'm actually working on something that's going to make this even better. Because I think although this is a good system and it's not too slow with generating beats, like we're actually already done. It's just not, I wanted to make it a little bit different. So I'm thinking about making it actually full on stems of each elements and giving users a little bit more customization. So, you know, we kind of got our own Travis Scott-ish sounding type of beat. So we could even change this. You could even get licensing. So this is here. If you were to make this a full beat, right here, you will then get the rights to essentially use this composition. But you can make it a full beat, and then this licensing doesn't change. It only changes if we get different elements from different producers or contributors. And it tells you who we actually get our data sources from, so you always know which producer or creator you're getting your data set from. So here we go. We got our Anthem Lil Durk type beat. I'm not too sure how this is going to sound. I'm just going to jump ahead right here. Let's just go from this one. Actually sounds pretty good. So the only real issue I noticed was I didn't really get those snare rolls, but like there's two different 808s. If you guys could hear, like that 808's a little bit like wider, like the bass. So what we could do is here set global, and I could click this 808 for the section. And this is another small thing. We need to make sure that these sections are like clearly defined and labeled. So then we'll just do apply changes. So now what it's going to do is apply the changes so that 808 and bass in that middle section appears at all parts. So since the generation was pretty much already done, it was pretty easy. So as you can see, it even applied that 808 in the intro, but we could always remove that by just going to the remove. Then we apply it. So that's how you can actually customize. This is better than like in the music industry, we have BeatStars. We also have ways for like producers send files to artists and such. This is actually better. The artist just gets immediate feedback and ability to change what they want while getting access to our entire data set. The reason why it's even AI powered is we have AI managing the actual sentiment analysis of the prompt, what you should be looking for. It is all done in-house, so we don't pay for any APIs. It is a PyTorch model that I designed and developed. This is something that it's taken a bit of time to refine and work, and it is still in the early stages. Trust me, it is. And I'm sure a lot of people will point out and have a lot of critique. So I'm actually really open to like other people's ideas and ways that we could improve this, maybe even ways that better accommodate artists and general consumers, because it is a different idea, a different concept. At the end of the day, maybe this idea doesn't work. I really think the thing that's going to make this shine for consumers that aren't like artists is actually having the vocal generation, and that will become the hardest part and why we do need capital. And so, at the end of the day, it just boils down to like, this could generate some revenue, but there's a lot that depends on actually sustaining the business model with actual capital, and in addition, having additional developers on that, are even better at certain skills than myself. But everything you've seen here is stuff that I've done and built from scratch, and I'm reworking a lot of this, and I'm trying to improve a lot of it to make it better and more accommodating. This is what I've been working on. It's one of the bigger projects the last 2 years. I'll be creating some videos of some other platforms and things I've been working on that are more hobby things for me to get my hands on, working with Next.js and other frameworks. This is a weird framework in a sense, not necessarily weird, but it's just React, JavaScript, front end with Python completely on the back end, handling every single routing and all that. So potentially going to be reworking the framework and setup of the site. But hopefully you guys found this somewhat enjoyable. And like I said, I'm really open to feedback, any ideas to improve it or whatnot. Even if you guys have technical analysis or any like technical things that should be better. Obviously, I think UI right now is not the prettiest. So yeah, thanks.